winning on television, but just what a great bounce back by your club after the disappointing loss last night. Got after them early today.
Absolutely. We do see a lot of each other. I like that. That's why winning's good, you know what I mean? No, we had to come out and throw the first punch, and we did. And, we did a lot of it the first 2 innings. And what I really commend, and you and I briefly already spoke of this, but I'll elaborate a little more, it's a good problem to have. Any pitcher that complains about getting runs, which, by the way, none of our guys have, so don't get the words twisted. But it can be tough, right? It throws off. There's like a rhythm. Baseball, a lot of weird things happen, but the rhythmic nature of when you get in and the pace and the timing, and when you have innings where you score a lot, multiple pitchers are used, it can be difficult. And I thought Stubbs handled it like an ultimate pro, and the part that tells me he handled it like a pro, it isn't the 7 innings, it isn't only 3 earned or whatever. It's the fact that you don't walk anybody. It means you're commanding your body, you're commanding your mind, you understand the assignment, and you're in attack. And if you're in attack, the game will reward you. I mean, we ended up having 14 ground ball outs. I mean, we struck out 7. If you don't walk anybody in a baseball game, and I know our offense was awesome early, obviously at the end we need to execute better, and we'll get that, but that's not what needs to be remembered today. Remember what we did the first couple innings and the way we had constant chaos. But if you have baseball games where you're in that much leverage, you're in that much positive counts from our side on the pitching end, you have to win those, especially if you can play fairly clean defense. And we did that today, and I think that was the story of it.
You guys early had some good swings, put the bat on the ball. Book, especially, I thought, was really productive down in the lineup for you.
Well, Book just played a really impressive baseball game. He was simple, it's short. He made a couple plays, like even the one where him and Pine almost kind of met, and he had to get a little bit, Jeter-ish on the throw. I think shows of some of his athleticism. And I know he's standing like 8 feet to our left here, but like he's a big kid. He's not some like little like old school. Like he's a big 6'2", 195-pound kid, and so he moves really well. But he's been hitting the ball hard. I don't want to go Johnny Analytics, but about a week ago, like he hits one in the gap, and in the preseason, those were like 100, 101, and like they're 108, 109 miles an hour. Like I don't know what the ones were today, but it just tells you that's a kid that's working, and baseball will reward you for working and getting stronger and trusting your gifts. And I thought he played like that today.
To follow up on that point, I thought it was just pure joy from Diaz after he hit the home run. And then later he came back and got down the bunt in a situation where he needed to do his job.
He really did, and I'm glad you said it, because like a lot of things get kind of lost in the shuffle. And you get upstairs with the coaches and like you'd be like, oh yeah, do you remember that? But I walked by and I said to Coach Ben, like I'm going, look at Diaz, like 'cause he went so fast around the bases. That's obviously like our new policy. But it was I don't know. Look, baseball is really hard, and you gotta have joy. You gotta have fun, and he's waited for the opportunity, and he did many of things right, and got rewarded as that ball continued to carry, as we were all hoping for it to do. But his joy, really, from the time he got past first base on, was fun. I'm appreciating that you guys realized it up there, because I know everyone in our dugout did.
That's now the key, coach, is to build on that. This one's behind you now, to come out tomorrow's series on the line and give another good effort to get the win.
Well, and I've been guilty of this many of times. You sometimes want to rinse and repeat so quick. I want them to enjoy it and feel good about themselves, because we played a really good baseball game, and their starter had been obviously the most successful guy. He had been starting on Fridays. I know they pivoted him Saturday, but he'd been their most successful guy, and so. But we'll figure out what we're going to do, just as they will. They'll have their relievers back, but we just need to be ready to have fun and get after it as hard as we can. That's what Sundays are about. It doesn't matter. Any of the great leagues in the country, the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, the Sun Belt, when you're in those leagues, it's all about who can pivot it out on a Sunday, especially when a series is 1-1. You have an opportunity here, being at home and in the confines of not only RPF, but your own bed, your own comforts. So we need not have any lack of energy or any dissipation in our attack to the game. And if we have that, then I feel like we'll be in the right position come late game tomorrow.
Coach, thanks for sharing with us.
Hey, thank you guys very much. Thank you very much.
Talk about it, Nolan. Had to be fun out there to get the bat going like you had it going today.
Yeah, Steve started off, gave us the momentum, and we strung hits together and played well, swung the bat well.
How important was it for you guys to come out and have that kind of offensive game today? You put up 8 runs last night, but you weren't in control of the game like you were today.
It's huge. We've been struggling, I would say, all year. It's going to be huge for us to get the bats going like that.
Talk about your approach at the plate. Anything different, or was there just some energy that was flowing through there as you guys started to stack those hits together?
Yeah, mainly energy from my teammates, positive thoughts, good vibes, and yeah, just getting on time and hitting the ball.
You got the big lead out there, and it was had to be fun. Certainly playing defense to watch Stubbs do what he did.
Yeah, Stubbs has been doing all year. He's a good roommate too. He's been good all year. He's been great. He's been great for us.
Talk about the importance of now coming out tomorrow with a similar kind of effort and take this series to kind of build on this win.
Yeah, winning this series is going to be huge for us. Starting off conference strong, and yeah, just need a big win tomorrow.
All right, congratulations, my friend.
Thank
Let's do it again tomorrow.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Got it done on the hill today. Benjamin had to feel good out there. Certainly felt good getting those runs early, I know.
It did. It made me more confident just to stay in the strike zone and keep getting ground balls early and keep getting outs early.
You had to be excited getting moved up from Sunday, moved up in the rotation, and certainly in a game that took on some importance after you weren't able to get it done last night.
It was a great, 6 days rest is a little rough, but being able to just get back at it and keep being able to pitch at this high level has been great. And being able to not win game 1 and then going back out of game 2 and taking the win is a big, huge for the team, because we were going game 3 with confidence, especially scoring 13 runs, and we put up 8 yesterday. So more confidence in the locker room and more just confidence going into this weekend in general.
Let's talk about your approach after these guys gave you the big lead. You're throwing a lot of strikes in there. I know they ran into a couple of them and got some runs, but it seemed like your approach was, I got the big lead, I'm going to fill up that strike zone.
Yeah, once you pitch to the lead is what I've always been taught. Is like, if you keep getting outs, you keep getting going, and if they give 1, that's fine. You still have 6 more runs that you can give up, and it's not like that. You just got to keep pitching and keep doing what makes you successful, and that's what I did, and it worked out eventually.
You're able to go 7 innings, which is a big lift for this bullpen getting ready for tomorrow, and it looked to me like you were as strong in those last 2 or 3 innings as you were in the beginning.
I felt as strong. I felt a little bit stronger going into the 6th and 7th inning, but it's just how I am. I just try to keep my legs as much as I can going through the game, and not just 1 inning is all I got.
You gave them something to hit, but no walks, no hit batters. You gave them nothing free today.
That's huge for me, especially going from walking 4 at Mercer and then walking 2 against Campbell and then 1-1. It just keeps filling the strike zone and make them hit the ball, make them get themselves out.
Talk about the importance of coming out tomorrow now and stacking a win on top of this and taking this series.
It's huge. We'll have momentum going into against Alabama State and then going against number 7 Southern Miss, who just lost Arkansas State, so they're very beatable. So if we take tomorrow, it's going to be huge for us.
Good work. Thanks for the time. Go celebrate this one.
Thank you.
There you go.